We are recording, so go right ahead, pick up where you left off at. Welcome everybody to Commission Reviews. I have a special treat. I have somebody who actually knows Taylor to kind of bring some positivity to this negative and toxic situation we have going on. So I'm going to give Raven the floor. Go ahead and introduce yourself and how you know Taylor.
Yeah, so I've only known her for about a year and a half, I would say. She is incredible. Before she went on the show, we had so many FaceTime calls just like literally prepping for Big Brother. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect this at all. And that's something I did not prep her for at all. Because one of the first things I told her was like, you are a genuine soul. People just gravitate towards you naturally. So you're going to have those alliances immediately. Those alliances are going to come to you. So don't make those alliances.
Mm.
I'm now regretting that.
I'm sure. I'm so sure. Like, let me ask you a question. So I know you can't speak for everyone. I know that, but being that you're her friend and you're watching this outside, and you're probably like every the first week especially, what ran through your mind seeing her being ostracized and none of you guys, family or nobody, can contact her and say, "Hey, they're trashing you every day."
It's like I really want to get a bullhorn and fly to Los Angeles and like say something.
Right.
It's so infuriating to me.
Mm, mm.
Like, it's so infuriating because it would be different if she was doing something problematic, I think.
Right. Right. I agree. 100%.
She's and I can't even really say that because I still would probably feel some sort of way if
Right.
people were bullying her, no matter the circumstance.
100%.
Um, but she literally isn't doing anything. Someone made a tweet that no one can find a timestamp of her saying anything negative or rude or malicious about anyone in that house. And so, you then start to wonder, like, what is it about her that is making you guys feel some type of way? Because I'm sorry, there right now there's only one thing we can all come to a conclusion about, and it's because they're ignorant and
Yes.
they're bigots. Um, to put it mildly, they are.
Going in
And
the house though, what like how they're saying she's not a girl's girl. How do you feel about that? Knowing that you know her, they're saying she's not a girl's girl. They don't even know her. But what?
she is the biggest girl's girl I've ever like met. She won Miss
Uh,
Congeniality at Miss USA just 6 months ago. So it's not like she's turned her personality on or off. The person that she's being in the house is
mhm.
exactly who she is, period. So for them to say she's not a girl's girl when one, she has said over and over she is not nominating a girl. And she has not mentioned nominating a girl. The targets she has named has been Monty, Pooch, who's the other one?
I forgot.
What oh, Turner.
Turner. Yeah,
Turner.
Turner. Right.
She has not said any of these women's names. And quite frankly, I kind of think it's insane because if I were able to talk to her, I would literally tell her to go to the guys after you survive this week, and if they get blindsided, to go to the guys and tell them, look, these girls want nothing to do with me. But again, she doesn't know that, which, okay, now I have to backtrack because I keep forgetting. She doesn't know that these people
Right.
don't like her. She truly does not know.
Right.
I think her mindset is that she's just on the outs right now because everyone formed cliques before she did. But she thinks that if she gets into power, she'll be able to form alliances and make deals. I think the reason why she hasn't made any deals yet is because the girl has been in trouble since day one.
Yes, she has.
Like, she hasn't had anything to really offer anyone to make a deal. You know what I mean?
What is the community of Taylor? What I mean by that, I mean people just know her outside of this. How are y'all dealing with that? Because like if my sister was in the house, I'm watching it, or my friend, I would have a hard time. And how would y'all come together? Because this is a new thing that Big Brother. I've never seen this bad. Is what I'm trying to say.
So the pageant community is like livid. They are
Wow.
all losing their shit.
Oh wow,
losing their shit. Um, let me
interesting.
see. I don't really know Taylor's family that well, but I know that they, from what I've heard, are very, very upset and very hurt, as they should be.
Right.
And from what I've seen on social media, her friends are very livid about it. And Taylor and I's like mutual friends are also really frustrated. Um it's so hard to watch because like if you actually like know her, she's the most genuine, kind person. And honestly, I think once she gets out the house, I don't see her like taking it personally, as crazy as that sounds. Like, I see her becoming friends with these people afterwards, which is so infuriating.
Yes, but let me ask you this about the mental part of it. I know you can't speak for her. I'm not gonna ask you to, but the whole thing with Paloma saying that she left because of mental issues, everything that Taylor went through, if even if she didn't have a mental anything, it would cause you to rethink a lot, and mentally it would be a struggle. I'll say that.
For
Um,
sure.
so I know that you guys are gonna rally around her, obviously, after all this when she gets out. Just like for me, I'm pretty sure you guys were pretty pissed off when y'all saw the episode of Paloma. I call it Paloma's live eviction because she
Oh
was
my God. It was
blaming
a
Taylor.
freaking disaster.
I mean, like, oh my,
No, like, can I just say, Taylor had nothing to do with Paloma leaving. That edit was BS. The
mm,
reason Paloma left was because the producers tipped her off on how her behavior towards Taylor is not looking good on the outside world.
mm.
And she got paranoid and lost her mind.
So I said that there's no way that was a long time. There was a few days when they were showing Paloma saying she stayed up all night. I do not believe that entire time she had been up for how many days they said it. I think it was just a couple of days once they revealed to her the information you just stated. She lost her shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have a plan or anything in mind? Because the way it's looking, I'm not sure what you think about what's going to happen. I know you've been watching live feeds or seeing her comments or whatever, her talking to the camera, so to speak. I want her to go home, and this is my opinion. A lot of bloggers feel the same way. I want her to stay. Don't get it twisted. I want her to stay and fight. But the way they're writing on the wall is listen, something dramatic happened down on Thursday. Unfortunately, I see her exiting the show. Um, I know she has to have her interviews with the Big Brother people or whatever, but she's gonna have to communicate with her people and her friends and everything. And which I'm really looking forward to that because I want you guys to tell her. I mean, ultimately, I want her to know everything. So I hope that you guys will be talking after the fact.
Oh my God. The second she gets out, I'm like calling her and blowing up her phone and telling her everything.
So do you think it's gonna change her mind about the show or even just people in the house once she hears everything? Because she seems very strong, but like I said before, black women are always supposed to be strong all the time. And I can't imagine hearing that the whole house hated you the whole time. You thought that you just had some miscommunications, but not the whole house hated me. Like Daniel said today, I can't live normal. She's stalking me. Like literally, come on.
I think it's going to take her some time to process it, but I also think that her knowing that America supported her the entire time, it's going to be a huge like help for her to mentally get over that.
So going in the house, what was her game going in? I mean, I know it's not going on the way she wants to be planned now, but what was her game plan?
So her plan was to find one person that she could 100% trust, kind of like a Jason guy to a Danielle Reyes, which in my opinion, I think she has kind of found that in Michael. I think if she stays this week and with this twist that's coming up, which we'll talk about later, I think she has potential to stay for a while. Um, but I think if she, even if the twist doesn't help her, I think if she gets some sort of power, like HOH or something,
Right.
I think it's going to set her up. She's really giving me Paul vibes. Did you watch Big
Mm.
Brother 18, Paul?
Yes, I did.
Now,
I,
Paul didn't get like bullied or anything like that, obviously,
right.
but he was on the outs for a bit. But he had someone is the difference. So
Yes.
I think what would make her more elite is that she has no one and she has the potential to make it to the end by maneuvering herself socially. Because something I'm noticing, sorry, we're getting a little off track.
No,
These
you're good.
people, they're all imploding. Like, I swear, I'll check the updates in 1 second. They're saying Taylor has to, they're not even saying Taylor has to go anymore. They're just like, just talking shit about her. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like they're talking shit about her because that's the only thing all of these losers have in common.
100%.
I
I agree with
truly
that.
am starting to feel that way because when they're not talking about her, their conversations are so awkward.
Very. They have nothing. Her conversations are in depth and interesting. And in the beginning,
Exactly.
and I know in the beginning they said this, I said this too, that she wasn't like, extroverted out there or whatever, and I
Yeah,
get it.
no, she has a very calming
Hmm.
personality.
Okay. So she
She's
keeps to herself.
very low key.
She is. Okay. I mean, her personality speaks to that. But with
Like,
that being said,
you know what? I feel like it's very interesting that they all like say that she thinks she's all that and she like is an attention whore when I'm sorry, but she's the quietest person in that house. What are you talking about? She does not like she does not do anything to get like what are they talking about? She like cooks and
yeah.
lays in bed. Not she doesn't even lay in bed actually. She cooks, plays pool, um works out outside. Like I'm confused. Like what are what are they talking about here? Um back to your question. I'm trying to think, what was it? Oh,
Well,
her game plan.
yeah,
So
her
I
game.
think she found that in Michael, her like one person that she can trust. She wants to win competitions, but she wants to be aware that when she shouldn't win them, she shouldn't win them. Um, that was basically her game plan. Like literally have a ride or die, and they both are on different sides of the house and they share information. And she also, I told one of the things I told her is that she has to make sure that the numbers are always on her side no matter what, which I feel as though right now, even though she's not in any alliance, the numbers are on her side. I
The
think
thing about
right
it,
now she has to just play it week by week.
but she's not. It doesn't sound like she's a mean girl, where she'll be trashing in the way they're trashing her, which I would love her to do that. To do that, but does she have like this? And we all have a mean side, where it's like I'm not gonna put up with this crap. I'm gonna tell you what it is. That's what I kind of want to see at this point. I mean, because they're saying this about her anyway. She hasn't raised her voice once, but I think she's been called violent and loud, and she has not exhibited any of those
Yeah,
personalities.
that's not going to happen with her. That's not going to happen with her. Because here's the thing, these people won't say it to her face. And I think even if they did say it to her face, she's calmly just going to say, okay, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like she is not about to stoop to these people's levels at all. She's not about to get in their face. She's not about to scream at them. Like that's just not who she is.
Well, it doesn't seem like she is, and I'm actually happy she's not that. But they're gonna betray her as that type of personality, regardless. Like they did Davon, they did Bailey, everybody else who's in the house. It's gonna be loud and violent, and she hasn't exhibited any of this. Do you think she's gonna win? And has anybody in her camp mentioned her being American fair? Excuse me, American fair player?
Oh, I think America's favorite player is 100% locked for her. Like, period. We already know that's who's getting it. I don't see America voting for anyone else. Like, truly, I don't, because these people are terrible. Is she gonna win? As of this week, no.
With America, if you poll now, oh yes, she will win. Not in the house, but with
Oh
America,
no, I meant like, will she win Big Brother?
oh well, yes. Now,
Right
like
now,
I said,
I don't think so.
right, we've seen Rachel Ray come through, but she ain't want a veto. That's the only why she got to stay in the house, and she ended up
Hmm.
getting HOH, and then so on and so on. The twist. Let's talk about the twist real quick. How do you think it can affect her in the
Okay,
twist?
if it's so, do we know if it's just like duos or if it is like teams? Because if it's teams, that will help her tremendously. Because one, if your team wins, like if it's a team of four, if your team wins, you're safe. So then these people have to put someone else up. Like
Okay.
they can't put her up. Um, The other thing is, if she's on a team, she'll be able to finally make alliances.
Hmm. Okay,
Because,
but
like, think about it. Do you remember last season that freaking alliance with Xavier, Christian, and Sarah Beth and Alyssa? They became an actual alliance. Like, they were all willing to throw their games away for freaking Xavier.
yes, yes, they did. You're right. They did.
So I think it's gonna help her. I think it's gonna give her some cushion.
But we have to see about this week because they're going back and forth. They're all, on Jasmine's, kissing her feet, so to speak, and nobody is thinking with their own mind, which I think is also an issue with this season. I feel like she's literally the only one thinking with her own mind. She's the only one thinking with her own game. Maybe she did come in
Wait,
strong.
you think Jasmine's the only one thinking in her own mind
No,
in the
no, no, no,
game?
no, 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 not
Oh,
Jasmine. Taylor.
oh, I was about to
Everyone
say,
else, everyone else is like under one brain, one sound. But it's like whatever you say, I do what you say. Piggy in the brain kind of thing. So it's like it's this whole season is really weird. So I really want to see her. To be honest, I would like to see her go on the challenge next season.
I do too.
I'm gonna put
I
it out
think
there.
she will do so good on the challenge.
Yeah,
I think she, and you know what? That's one thing she definitely wanted to do.
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
If they call her for the challenge, she's doing it 100%. She's taking that call. Like, that would be a dream come true for her. I know that for a fact.
And the reason why I said it'd be great for her is because the challenge is not even like Big Brother in any kind of way. And they're gonna know coming in, she got screwed her season. She's coming to play, and all they're gonna look at her as if she's competition or not. That's it. They're not gonna worry about the
And she's a
whole.
good competitor.
Yes, she will have a target on her back for that, but that's different. I get it. If she's targeting her back because she's a competitor, I have no problem with that. I say go in there, kick butt, and go fight. But
Yep.
this is
And
different.
actually, I don't even think it would put a target on her back because, especially with the Challenge USA, these people, they want to keep people around who are good. They're not really, because I know spoilers, they're not really about, I mean, they have their alliances, but they're not afraid to break them. Like, they want to win because here's the thing, you don't know at the end with this show, you don't know at the end what you have to do to win. Like, you don't know if it's an individual final or if it's a final where you have to switch partners every leg,
Right.
or if it's a final where you have a female partner the entire time, a female and male partner the entire time. So I feel like either way, like, she's perfect for that show. And I feel like CBS is 100% calling her for that show. I wouldn't be surprised if the second, if she makes it to jury, they will, like, in jury, the producers will be contacting her about it.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Okay. I do want to see that. I just want some positivity out there. The whole thing about her not being a girl's girl, her being the pageant. Tell me a little bit about the pageant thing because people are just talking about it throughout the whole thing like it's a bad thing. Which I think the pageant thing to me is a stepping stone. You're a woman. It could be a business move. A lot of different things. So
Yeah.
why is speak on that and why she got into that?
So here's my first thing about the whole pageant girl thing. People, how do I say this? Every season, there's a pageant girl on Big Brother. Since season 4, every season, there is a pageant girl. You can go look it up. Brittany Haynes was a pageant girl. Allison from season 4 was a pageant girl. Natalie Negrotti from 18 was a pageant girl. Kat Dunn and Holly were pageant girls.
I thought
What
Rachel was
are
a
these
pageant
people
girl.
talking about?
I thought Rachel was a pageant girl. She wasn't.
Who?
Rachel. I thought she was a pageant girl too.
Rachel. Rachel who?
Riley, the one.
Yes, she was. She
Okay.
was. And so was Janelle. Um, so was Bailey.
Yes.
There were several. In fact, Bailey was very open about her title on Big Brother 20. So
Yes.
I don't know why these people feel that, I don't know. They're weird. They're really weird.
Very.
Now, I'm a pageant girl too. I haven't
Mm,
competed in years, but
right.
I'm a former one. Um God.
What does it represent
Um
to be in
but
that
I
though?
would not go in there and say, like, "Hey, like, no, I would not do that, obviously. But what people have to understand is that Taylor just gave up her crown like 3 months ago.
Oh wow, are you serious?
So I feel like, yeah, of course she's still in the mindset of, hi, I'm la la la, and I'm Miss Michigan USA. Like, of course she is.
I mean, okay, so what did she get into pageantry for? Was it for her parents got her into it? She was in it her whole life, the dance studios and all that stuff, or just how
I
did she
believe
get into
she's
it?
been doing it for about 4 years, I'd say.
Okay,
Not that long. She didn't
right,
like grow up doing it.
gotcha.
It's something that she just got into and she loved. She's very competitive. I think y'all can tell that though.
Yes, yes, her game is good. Um,
Mm-hmm.
her social game to me is she started out really really bad, but her gift the gab, the things she says is everything, which is why
Mm-hmm.
I wish she would have came in like that. Instead of trying to be low key, like she worried about last season how they was all coming in so hard. She wanted to be low key.
She was very scared about being a Frenchie.
But the thing about it is, Frenchie, I get it, but she did too much laying back. I'll say it like that.
I
So
agree 100%.
she's good.
Like, why was she not talking to the HOH first and making an alliance first?
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. But she did not know she was going to get dragged. We could talk about game, yes, but you ostracize her because she's a pageant queen and because she's beautiful, something completely different. And so bullying is a thing that I can't tolerate, and I think it's horrible. And I think it's horrible that CBS is not hearing the outpour from everybody that's friends, family of hers, and even people who don't know her, just fans, bloggers like myself, and have not changed anything. Um, have you heard any rumblings or anything about that? About them changing anything about this? Because she's about to go home, but it's looking, and she still got treated bad this whole time.
Oh, I don't think they're going to do anything.
Wow, that's the consensus of everybody. They think that's going to
Mm-hmm.
happen.
I
So,
think they're going to just continue to let this season of Revenge of the Nerds continue.
oh my god, not Revenge of the Nerds. Okay, all right, Mama. Is there anything you want to say to close out this? Because she's going home, and I
Oh,
spent time.
she's not going home. She's not going home this week.
You don't think she's going home? Why do you not
Oh,
think she's going
no.
home?
They want to. So they are currently trying to figure out two options. If they want to use the veto on Taylor and put up Monty, or if they just want to flat out vote out Pooch. Either way, Taylor's not going home.
But she's okay. So, do you think it's going to actually happen?
I do. I do.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna have to discuss about that. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so thank you so much for coming on and talking about your friend. I really appreciate it. You had to do it. You took some time out to come on my platform to talk about this queen who's being treated like crap for no reason at all. And I hope that she does see this interview and come on my platform if she like. Even if she does not, I just want to hear her speak and speak her truth without being in the house and everyone else around her. You know, I think it's her time. And yeah. All right, Mama, that's all I got. Y'all make sure y'all
Thank
check me out.
you.
Y'all make sure y'all check me out on Instagram and follow Raven as well. I will have her information in the description. Until next time,